Hello friends, welcome back to this playthrough of whatever Fire Emblem game this is, Sacred Stones. We are on Ephraim's route, chapter 17, nearing the end of this game for the second time. We're headed up this way, and eventually over here somewhere, I think. We'll know it when we get there. For now, we have a map. But first, some talking. The River of Regrets. Our hero should have those. 2 years ago, stuff with Leon, blah 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 blah. Leon's gonna use the stone to save everyone's life, and, spoilers, he does not. Sacred and demonic properties. Leon, I am going to heal Dad. Erica, should you? Ephraim, you probably shouldn't. Leon, I'm a-doing it anyway. Father McGregor's against it, that's why I execute him. Perhaps one day Father McGregor will say, okay, spoilers, he didn't. We don't think it's a very good idea, do we? Nope. I know nothing about magic, but I think you're an idiot. I agree, you're an idiot, is what Erica says. You'll be fine, Leon. You can use the evil stone that holds the dark god. Nothing bad will ever happen to you. You won't go evil and try to take over the world and kill us and sacrifice us to the dark demon that'll end up controlling you or anything. He certainly is special. He is special in that way that you just kind of want to pat him on the head and take him behind the barn and never see him again. You have a soft heart. Sure. Let's go to the city. Naturally, as princess, I know shit about my stuff. It's in the palace. Thanks. Show them the might of Frelia. All the Frelians die. I mean, who sends armor knights to deal with mages anyway? Serene. Okay, the question will be, is she better or worse than level 4 unpromoted Tana? Something evil is afoot. Meet afoot. There were things we kept to ourselves, like how we thought he was a fucking weirdo, but we were still friends. The great adversary of antiquity, the Demon King. Yes, that is me, the Demon King. That is the only name I have ever used. Let's check the map. That's not the map. That's the map. Small children. Slightly less small parents. A green unit. She's a level 1 pre-promote. That's about all. There's a guiding ring, if we still need a guiding ring. I guess in case we're leveling every single mage character. Fimblevetter. A droppable Nosferatu in case we're using Null, and in case Null ran out of the slowest tome in existence. Nosferatu will get better in other Fire Emblem games. Right now, hilariously, when you're on defense, the enemy hits you once, you Nosferatu and heal what they damage you for, and then they hit you again. It is really no different than any other weapon, except if you miss, it's really bad for you because stings will hit you twice. Stealable Dragon Shield, which we will not be stealing. A stealable Elixir, which we will not be stealing. A Brave Axe, we're finally going to start seeing those, and that's it. For units, Rennick doesn't get to come, however, Erica does get to come, because we might as well use Erica. Which means now we have to decide what's going on with our Tethys situation, whether or not we like Tethys, and whether or not we want to keep using Cormag, because we do have a Seth who's currently being benched. We have a Joshua who we were promoted, who's currently being benched for Erica. We have a Molder who is the only one that can use physics staves right now. And we can still try and do something with Noel, who's still bad. I think we're going to go with this. Actually, I think if we cut Tethys, we're bringing a character that's worse than any of our other characters, but is better than Tethys. Tethys is great if she can give things a turn and they can go kill stuff. Tethys is terrible if she gives things a turn and they can't go do anything that makes any impact. The struggle with bards and dancers is that they're only as good as whoever they're singing to. Which we have a lot of great people to sing to, but if they're not doing things when they sing to them, she might as well just be someone that can hit things. Seth can always hit things. Joshua can hit things sometimes. General Bob over here can hit things. Tana is worse than Serene, but not by much. I'm going to drop Tethys. I'm going to give Noel one last chance to actually try to do something halfway decent. I'll be right back, and we'll get into it. Before we get into it, you're going to notice we don't have Noel on this map, because Noel is really bad and gets one-shot by literally everything. I'm not quite sure how you're supposed to use him without going to the tower and exploiting that, and frankly, I don't really care. Noel is dumb and stupid, and I don't like him. And if you do, I'm sorry you're bad. Actually, I'm sure Noel is probably fine if we would have used him on that first map and gotten him enough levels to not have the HP of a small child. We didn't, though, so, you know. Meat Team solves problems. We solve problems by solving problems. And critting on our second attack instead of our first. Because we're awesome. What this map is basically just dealing with reinforcements forever. So, enjoy reinforcements forever. As with most maps, for infantry characters, it's bad. Please note, this shop, it's pretty bad. There's not a whole lot of stuff you would ever want to use in it. Mur does not one-shot those. Loot is our healer up here, sorta, so she probably shouldn't tank too much. Cormac, gonna burn through this killer lance. It's fine. I think with the stuff we get, caring about weapons is not going to be a thing we have to do. Got a Brave X, that's gonna go to the convoy. Okay, Vanessa comes up here, talks to Serene, so she'll actually do something. Otherwise, she will just stand around until she is attacked. Serene is, thankfully, a Pegasus Knight. That follows how Pegasus Knights usually work. She has a crap load of resists. She's not going to die to magic. Have Garrick equipped with a hatchet because I had a hatchet, and might as well use it. Also, we can use Rainleaf because we have Sigmund, and we're not going to get in enough combats to use all of them up. It's going to be the theme that we had last map, or last playthrough on Erica, only we're actually going to follow through this time and use the cool weapons. Because there is no reason not to. Can I one round? I can. Okay. Very tasty mer snacks over here. Physic, a loot. Mulder's lot in life is now too, just physics stuff. I can think of worse things to do with your life. Fimblevetter. We definitely want to kill that guy, just to get as many uses of Fimblevetter as we can for us. Congratulations, Dark Mages, you did very little. And I got a level for a character I don't care about. Hooray. Look at all the reinforcements. Hooray. That'll get picked up by somebody at some point. Ross, just gonna go stand in the water. Even with that snarl there, it is hard to get through this side of the map. Everything's terrain over here. Meanwhile, a lot of characters that are actually good at stuff are hanging out where they're not able to be good at stuff. Okay, this is not a seas map. Which means Ephraim doesn't have to go over there. And he can hang out and throw javelins with his friends. See? Throwing javelins with your friends. And loot will, as always, be one space too far away. Okay, Garrick, your levels suck. Reinforcements! Oh no! Whatever will we do? That guy didn't die when I threw hatchets at him. See, Franz knows how to crit on his first attack every turn. We don't want to get in range of Leon, who is using a Fenrir Tome, which only has a range of 2. This lies. It's here, 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 and here. Just don't be within 2 range of him, and you're fine. Man, when you're a little dragon girl, everything just looks like little dragon girl food. We have 39 more attacks with Myr. That also includes defenses with Myr. This stuff's great to level up on if you have under-leveled characters. Serene, you are definitely not like the others. By that I mean, you do so much less damage. I don't think Eric is even going to be good over here. Tethys is a cute dancer. I guess you don't want Serene to die. Okay, the enemy gets to attack one guy, and it picked just the worst guy it could attack. And there's reinforcements again. Vanessa. That's un-Vanessa of you. Yep, Myr's real good. Yep, Ross is real good. Not going to turn down free XP if it's going to spawn. See, that last guy should have gone for loot too. She is actually slightly vulnerable, being a rogue wearer. More stuff to kill. Boy, it's my lucky day. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. And I'm gonna kill you. I don't want Erica getting in range. And I'm gonna kill you. Killer lances, they're fun. I'm gonna kill you. That's why we bought a whole bunch of them. So we can do stuff like this. And I'm gonna kill you. with a crit. And I'm going to kill you with a killer lance. Because why not? What are we saving them for? And now we just have the boss, but I used everyone to attack. And now we have more reinforcements. And if those dropped to their silver weapons, it'd be amazing. Cormag. Now I have to wait a turn. Okay, Tethys, you should be dancing. I'm bad about forgetting. How much do I care about 3 levels? 2 levels. 1 level. 3 attacks. None. I don't care. No. Even also no. Yes. You missed. I hit. I'll take that. Okay, Mulder, don't get crit. He has a 3% chance to crit you. Miss. Nice. I'm gonna get 3 levels out of this boss attack. And at the cost of 1 Dragonstone. No speed. Nosferatu. That's gonna go to the garbage. I am the Demon King. Blah, 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 blah. Frelia's Sacred Twins. I guess we also have Enos that we can bring along with us. He is the only one that can use Nidhogg. Serene, blah 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 blah. Here's some stuff. We get a rescue staff because we saved all of the villagers. That's pretty good when you start on opposite sides of the map and need to boop characters around. Next time, we're on Chapter 18, which is not Chapter 19, which is the long chapter, but it's getting there. Thank you all for sticking with it. I will see you next time.